What is up, everybody? So I get to be on time and do it this week. I don't feel sick, so that's positive. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm really happy that I met everybody that I met so far and got to hang out with people and stuff this last year. Hopefully that continues into the next year. Get to do all that good stuff again. Get to hang out, meet new friends, and swap books around and all this good stuff. So yeah. Um,
Happy New Year, bud.
Yeah, Happy New Year. So we're gonna go ahead and shout out the chat real quick. 25 Perez, what's up? How are you doing? Lucretius, how are you doing?
Lucretius.
Me, of course.
Me.
Oh,
Me.
there's the
Me.
bookworm. Yeah.
Bookworm.
What's up, Beckerman? How are you doing?
No, Becca, man.
John Big Daddy Ross, how you doing today? Hope
Hello,
everybody
John.
hope everybody had a good, safe New Year last night. What's
There's
up, Kyle?
Kyle.
How are you doing?
There's Kyle.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't be too far behind. Hope everybody had a safe New Year last year and last night, and enjoy their 2022. If not, then maybe 2023 will be your year. Be a
Did
little
you
bit better.
stay with the? How long you stay after I left?
What?
How long did you stay after I left? Yeah, last night.
After you left?
Didn't you? Weren't you at the Comic Journeys?
No, I didn't. I was busy running around the house cleaning stuff, and
Oh, I see. I see.
I just listened to music and started cleaning. I had a whole bunch of cleaning I had to get done, so I just did a whole bunch of that. I don't even know. By the time I sat back down in the chair and looked at my Xbox, it was the late night chat I think was already over with. So I probably ended up falling asleep probably about 3 or 4 o'clock last night. Whenever I sat down, cats crawled in my lap and I passed out. I woke up in my chair and it was like 8 in the morning, so I went and laid down in the bed. So
After I don't remember how you were in my
I was in
my
yours.
team.
And
You were in my team.
I was in Remy's queues before I was in yours, and then I
Yeah.
went through. So I'd already
Then
done 2 live streams.
then after I got off, I went to Comic Journeys channel,
Mm-hmm.
and Silver Night Kyle was there, and we say like Happy New Year about 5-6 times I think after we said ours.
That's okay, Pop.
That's K-pop.
Oh, it was on that late. Holy crap!
Wow. You guys
Wow.
are crazy.
Yeah.
I woke up at 1 because I went to sleep so late.
I woke up at like 8 something, and then went and crawled into the bed, and then didn't wake back up until like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, if you call like waking up, then yeah, I woke up at 8 and crawling back into the bed.
So I gotta get back used to this third shift schedule. But we've been doing so much stuff at work where it's like, not working days because of the holidays and all this good stuff that I hadn't been, and plus we hadn't been working. They've been down because they've been doing work on the machines. So I mean, it's literally just like, you do whatever you want, for 8 hours. So
Nice.
wow, that's nuts. I should have jumped on then because I literally climbed in my chair, turned it on, and was like, well, there's no way they're still going. And then I threw my blanket over my lap, and then a couple cats climbed on me, and then I was probably unconscious within 15 minutes. I was probably asleep by like 4 or 5, something like that. So, but yeah. So let's see. Well, I'll show this. Everybody knows I collect vinyl. I picked this up with a gift card that I got from one of my relatives. So I went by Walmart and snatched this up. Stone Temple Pilots core.
Cool.
Seen this, and I was like, oh man, I gotta grab this. I think it was only like $20. I didn't even use the whole $25 gift card on it. So I had to grab this. It's red vinyl on the inside. Classic. As soon as I looked at the track list, I was like, dude, like every song on here is like a single. Like every one except like 2 or 3.
So I mean, surprised if you're not K-pop.
Made in Italy is what it says, but I got it at Walmart. So
pretty cool.
It has some classic songs.
Make yourself bigger if you're gonna show stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Look, I forget what I'm doing. Bam, there you go. So track list on this awesome Dead and Bloated sex type thing, Wicked Garden, Creeps on here, Plush is on here, Where the River Goes. I mean, this is just hit after hit after hit. There's tons of good stuff on this. So I had to grab that. Got myself a little vinyl treat.
K-pop says they ended the stream at 9 a.m.
9. Holy crap!
You crazy people! You crazy people! I swear.
She woke up at like 4. Yeah, that's what time I normally wake up. That's what time I set my alarm clock for. So I guess we can get into the pull list. Got some books in for the past couple weeks. Got my handy dandy packing list to tell me what I got from who, what covers and stuff. Flash, $7.89. Rogues Rule. This has been actually really interesting. A bunch of his rogues got deputized by the mayor. The mayor deputized them, and they're now police officers, like legit police officers. So Captain Cold and Heatwave, and who else we got here? Mirror Man, and one other one that I'm blanking on right now. They're all deputized, and they're going after Flash because he's a vigilante, and that's illegal. And so now they can like legit like arrest him if they can catch a hold of him. This is actually pretty good. I got the cover A for Nightwing 99. This is the what do you call these things? Where it's like the negative space. It's like a negative space thing. So like all you see is like the blue, and the black in his suit like blends into the background. I've been loving some Nightwing and some Flash. Those are 2 DC books that I've been enjoying the crap out of.
There's a Lady Fantastic.
Let's see. I got 3 more DC books. So
what's up, Kang's Wangs?
Lady Wanger. What's up, Lady Fantastic? How are you doing? Y'all hit me up on IG if you want to jump on. I know I've sent out a few invites, a few links to a few people. If y'all want to jump on, that's cool. Let me know. Send me a message on IG. If not, because apparently everybody's getting all kinds of like naked people and stuff. I might go ahead and just drop the post in the chat. But I gotta see that it's you. Don't be naked.
Yeah. You have the control.
Yeah.
So
I can always just drop them back out. So I have 3 books DC, but they're all
I got like 50 minutes, and I have to go cook.
Do what?
I can't stay too long. I got my 15 more minutes, then I have to go back and cook and
all right.
Feed my daughter.
You'll probably like these 3.
All right.
So I got 3 more DC books. They're all the same book. Batman versus Spawn, or Batman and Spawn came out, and I got 3 covers out of that. Had to get them. So here's the Jim Lee Batman Spawn cover.
Oh yeah, I need to get that.
This sucker is really nice. It's really good. I loved it. I had to grab the Jim Lee one. Let's see. What happened?
Oh,
Kyle, no, this has been a thing that's been happening. It's happened to a couple live streams where
he showed up in the tub.
Yeah,
you know,
that was hilarious.
Trying to ruin my stream. Because all he had to do was get up, you know. All he had to do was get out of the tub.
Hey, what's up, Comic, by the way? How are you doing, Matt? Let's see. I'm cheating on you with Nick's. Oh, is this 500 sub celebration going on right now? Oh, crap. I didn't even know. Oh, well. Well, hopefully I won't be on too long. I mean, hopefully his stream will be going on for a little while. But, you know, that's the good thing about having multiple screens, or not even multiple screens. I've watched multiple channels at the same time and just had the volume set at different things. So this next one that I got is the J. Scott Campbell one. I had to get this one too. And I love that there's no trade dresses on these 2. Had to grab that.
Double timer.
I'm a huge J. Scott Campbell fan. Let me pull this.
I love that cover.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Fantastic cover.
And then the last one, and definitely not the least, is the Greg Capullo, Todd McFarlane team up, because they're teamed up on this book anyway. This has got the trade dress on it though. This is the Greg Capullo cover, and it's got Todd, I think, working on it as well. He probably either did like the shading or might have even done the coloring. Who knows? But they both worked on this.
They're all beautiful, man. They're all beautiful covers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were a ton of covers. Mark Silvestri, I know, did one. There's a bunch of the Barnes and Noble one everybody wanted for some reason. I don't know why they wanted that one.
There's Brian. Hello, Brian.
How are you doing? So that's it for DC. DC was the most I had of anything out of this haul. So now we're gonna go to Marvel because I got some Marvel books. Got a few Marvel books. Marvel Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man #1. Brian Michael Bendis. This is the facsimile issue of, I think this is the first Miles Morales, or is this the first issue of just Ultimate Spider-Man? I think this is the Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
That's Brian. Brian's
I don't
right
think this
guy
is
to
Miles. Is this Miles?
Brian is the
Brian would know. Brian, is this the first Miles facsimile, or is this just the first issue fact? Because I have some of the first issues. I have a handful of them, but not a lot. No, I'm not. I've seen a few people post about it. I missed the boat on that one, but I've seen a few people post it online on Instagram. Okay, it's just Ultimate Spider-Man #1 facsimile. Okay, cool. Because good, I didn't have that one. Okay, that's volume 1. Okay, so that's not the first Miles. Okay, so yeah, I went ahead and grabbed it because I figured I'll find this cheaper. I'll get this cheaper. It's like $3.99, and then I got a discount, so I'll get it cheaper than I would be able to find it in the wild. And then next, I got Deadpool #2. I got the Peach Momoko variant, which this I actually really. I love white backgrounds anyway. I'm a sucker for white backgrounds, especially if you can keep them really, really white. But like, I thought she did a good job on this with the bullet holes. I thought she did a really great job on this. Some of her covers I like. Some of them I don't get into so much. But this
you say that's really Peach Momoko?
Yeah, that's a Momoko Deadpool.
I always like her work, man.
I was about to say some of it I do, and
because that's watercolor.
Most of it
how do you do that with the watercolor? It's just
I was about to say I have no idea how she does this with watercolor, especially with like the bullet holes. And there's even some bullets. Is this a bullet? I think there's these are bullets that are just like falling all around. I don't know how she does this even.
It takes a tremendous talent. All her cover takes tremendous talent. So
it has to be. And then like some of the the dripping and stuff, it's like red, and then some of it's black too, because that's like his colors.
That's what makes it so organic, because it's watercolor.
Ribic is watercolor too. Yeah, Ribic is watercolor. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff she puts out I like. There's only been a few of them that I just didn't like for some reason. I can't even tell people why I don't like them. It's just some of them just didn't do it for me. The Thor one I really liked. The only thing I saw was a lot of people were complaining because it was just a plain white background and then it was Beta Ray Bill's head, and that was pretty much it. But we got somebody else joining us. What's up, Ross? Hey, John Ross, how you doing?
How you doing, guys?
Hello,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And then this one is This is Amazing Spider-Man #15. I had been enjoying this run, but now what's his name?
Ben Riley.
Yeah, he's back again, and now he's called Chasm, and now he's gonna get his revenge because people have just been wiping his memory, and like he's all mad and stuff. I'm like, dude, at this point, nobody cares. Go home. Like he just he's like the villain who won't go away. It's like ridiculous. Oh, she's gonna get you if you don't leave her alone. So I dug this cover though. It's I think Terry McGinnis cover.
Yeah,
and it's like Venom and
nice cover.
Even though I don't think Venom's even in this one, I think they're going to do this dark web Chasm storyline. I'm not friggin', I'm probably going to hate just because everything for some reason that Ben's in, I end up hating. I just don't like it. So we'll see how this goes. But I've been enjoying it up to that point. So we'll see how that goes. And that's it for Marvel. I only got a few Marvel books. I only got like 3, and one of them's a facsimile.
I think we got like 3 or 4 cheaters here. Cheating on you too,
Mm-hmm.
Like Kyle's
remember the Knicks for a minute, it's then dashed here. Yeah. I didn't even know he was doing anything today. I liked it too. I thought it was really good. I especially loved how in the Thor logo, it's like it says Thor, but like the logo inside the logo, it's like stars. It's like, the star sky or whatever. It's got little stars and stuff in it. I don't know how she did that with watercolor. Like, I have no idea. Like, the way she must be like precision dropping stuff. Like, I don't know. She did both, and her streams are frozen until her game finishes
She's
up.
a 3-timer. She's not even 2-timer. She's a 3-timer.
Yep. And no crossing streams. That's right. We learned that from Ghostbusters. Oh.
Oh wow, he wanted to open up his.
Oh yeah, you can totally jump on and do it. Let me know. And then the last few books that I have. So I have 2 from Image, Gunslinger Spawn. I've been keeping that one going.
Oh,
I dropped Scorched and I dropped King Spawn. So now I'm just getting Spawn and Gunslinger. I figured I'll just get the rest of them later, whatever. But I'm keeping up with these 2. Love this cover. Who does this? Puppeteer cover by Lee.
Jay Lee?
Jay Lee? It's not Inyuk Lee.
Huh?
I don't think it's Inyuk Lee.
Jay Lee or
it might be Jay Lee.
Yeah.
I know Brett Booth's been doing the interior artwork. That's why I jumped on it originally, because I love Brett Booth's artwork. So, but grab this cover, and this is just cover A. There's usually an A and a B, but these books are only $2.99. So, and then you guys will love this. This will bring back some nostalgia for you. Yeah, Puppeteer is awesome. I've gotten a bunch of his Gunslinger Spawn covers. So this is the Junkyard Joe issue number 3. Had to get this. You guys will recognize this, where this is from.
MASH?
MASH.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is the MASH. This is like what the B was it? D cover. So yeah, this is the Gary Frank MASH homage cover. There's another one that's coming out that's a Platoon homage cover, and I'm grabbing that one too. I think a bunch of them are going to be like homages to like war movies and stuff like that.
I think I need to get that cover.
Junkyard
I don't
Joe.
collect new books, but I gotta get that one.
Mm-hmm.
MASH homage. What's a Lady Fantastic saying? I'm trying to get Rob's voice to drop. What's that mean? That case of, oh my God.
I mean, it's $2.99. It's $2.99, and then if you get a discount at most stores, it's cheaper than that. Like, I mean, and the artwork's incredible. The stories aren't bad. Like, literally, it's a book that you can't really just be like, well, there's no reason for me to put this on my pull. It's cheaper than any other book you're pretty much going to pull. It's going to have good artwork, because he always gets like the best guys to do art on the Spawn books. So
pause there for a little bit there.
Yeah. Mobile Armory Surgical Hospital.
Yep. I used to love that show.
Some people were pulling them. I know a few people who were pulling them just because they're a $2.99 book. That's a cardstock cover that's got good art on the interior. They can't find a good reason to drop it. They just keep getting them, even though they're really not reading them. And then last, definitely not least, I jumped on this series. I got issue number 1, which was an homage cover to the album cover. Now they're just, different kinds of artwork. And I think this one's a wraparound. Pull this out. Let me whip this out.
So you haven't opened my box yet?
I have not. I'm about to do that in a minute.
All right.
I was saving it for the stream.
Wow. Okay.
Is it a wraparound? It is a wraparound. Ha ha ha. So this is issue number 2 of Halloween, Seeker of the 7 Keys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love it. Like, the first one was a homage cover to the whole thing.
Wow, it's a wraparound.
It's got the Seeker. The next issue I'm getting 2 copies of the next issue. I'm getting the cover A, and then there's an incentive cover that I'm getting also. It's the action figure variant. So it's like the Kenner action figure card for the Seeker. So apparently there's a Seeker action figure out, and they've got the card, the back card for it as one of the covers. So I grabbed it. These are kind of pricey. These are all, what are these? Yeah, these are all $6.66, which is hilarious that they did that. But with a discount, I get it for way less than that. But I mean, even the 1 in 10 variant that I got, that's the card, the back card for the action figure, it's the same price. So I was like, you know what? It's not even like, a high price. I'll just throw it on there too. So So I've been really enjoying this. It's actually I haven't got to read, I don't think, the first one yet.
Devil
So
Comics.
I need to grab it and give those two a read. That's it for all my new stuff, though. My new, and that's 2 weeks worth of new stuff. So that's my pull list is getting less and less and less.
How frequently do they ship to you, Tyler?
Every 2 weeks. I get everything in every 2 weeks. I know this week when I get paid, I'm gonna have to. I've gotten off a week somehow. So this week, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get them to pull out this 2 weeks books, and then I'm gonna change my shipment to 1 week. So the next Wednesday's books will go ahead and ship out, and then I'm gonna change it back to 2 weeks. So that way, the Wednesday that they pull it out will be after I get paid. So I won't have to keep being like, "Hey, retake it out. I just got paid." So, Naman sent me a A-OK.
Yeah, it's just a few books. Just
That's fine.
It's not much, but
So let's see what I got. I know you were sending me something, but I really don't remember what it was.
yeah, I
No
just
idea.
throwing some books that you say you might like. So
Let's see if I can pop this loose.
yeah, I taped the shit out of that.
What you cut yourself with the
I was about
trying
to
to get
say,
them
it's
open?
not like tape. It's like, what is this? Is this like packing tape or is this?
Yeah,
Okay. I was about to say it's like cardboard, but it's tape. Okay, there it goes. There we go. Actually, I probably need to change this blade out. It's been in here for God knows how long. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I need to change this blade out.
I didn't want it to get wet. That's why I just.
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy up here, hasn't it? There it goes. Okay. Oh, nice. Nice.
Pull tab. You got to show my pull tab off, but
Had to move phone.
move to the phone.
Yeah, I mean,
Devil Comics.
yeah, it's a Devil's comic. I love that they made the price $666, which I mean, most people would be like, that's too much. And I was like, you know what? Just the fact that they did that kind of makes me want to get it. The Cradle books I did have on my pull list, but I was cutting everything back and I ended up dropping them. I need to get them. I really need to get them.
Thank you, K-pop. Tyler
really
didn't notice it.
Oh,
thank
we
you,
got a
K-pop.
Christmas card in here. Let's go up on the wall behind me. Let's see what the Christmas card says. Well, first, let's see. Oh, no money.
No money. You put it away.
You always have to check. Ever since I was a kid, you always got to check. I can't tell you how many times I've literally been like, "Oh, Christmas card," and then I'm like, just kind of set it down, and people will be like, "You might want to."
Okay, next time I put $1 in there, just so that you
Tylocks, I decided these are your thing. Happy holidays to you and your loved ones, Naman. Appreciate it, Naman. Oh, Hallmark moments. Oh, wait a minute. What we got going on here? What is it? Okay, I see what you did. I see what you did from 2 different directions. That's actually something I will reuse because I always keep backing boards. Let's see what we got here. What? Okay, yeah.
remember I told you you say you
I
wanted
remember
that.
these now. Nice. Okay, yeah. First, we got Rock and Roll Comics issue. What is this? 19. Unauthorized and proud of it. It's Public Enemy and 2 Live Crew.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm a huge 2 Live Crew fan. That was like the rap group that your parents really did not want you to listen to when you were a kid. And then Public Enemy, of course, I love Public Enemy too.
When you were a kid.
And then, is that Tipper Gore in the middle? I believe that's Tipper Gore.
That looks like Tipper Gore.
It looks like Tipper Gore. I think
Yep.
that's Tipper Gore in the middle. That's great. Oh my God. I can't wait to read that. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, issue number 5, The Spirit of Mirth.
So every time I see Dungeons Dragon and dollar bills, I'll pick it up.
Dude, I love this run. This run is so awesome, and I've been reading the crowd. I got a bunch of them I got to read that I've got in from a few people who are like, "Hey, I've seen these." Oh, okay. These are 2. Okay, you got 2 in 1 here. Okay. Marvel 2 in 1, number 25, The Thing and Iron Fist. Anything with the Thing in it, I'm down.
You like things. So, by the way, Marvel 2 in 1, every one of them is at least in the 70s, they're all Thing in it. Thing with someone else.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. So.
And then we got issue number 27, The Thing versus Deathlock. I'm not a huge FF fan, but I do love Ben Grimm. I don't know why. What's up, Kyle? So I got these 2, and then Marvel 2 in 1 featuring The Thing, just The Thing with no one else. But there's a whole bunch of people in here. Or well, it looks like he's in the hospital, and like everybody sent him like flowers and stuff. And they're all outside the room, and the nurse is like, "Shh, he's resting." I've been really getting into these. I might actually start like. It's starting to be a thing where
I'm gonna try to complete that series. I'm gonna try to complete that series. So myself.
Yeah, it seems like people like you find them everywhere, and it seems like everybody's collecting them without knowing they're collecting them. People get them, and then the next thing they know, they have like 20 or 30 of them, and they're like, "I guess I collect these now." So,
yeah, and the thing is, I collect those things, and I forget that I had them. But I'm going to pick it up anyway, so that's why. When you told me you like things, I said, okay, you get the things, man. It's your things.
Those were great when I was a kid because they're self-contained stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't have to like, you can just grab them here and there. Like you can grab them here and there and just keep up with them that way. You don't have to like, oh, well, if I miss this issue, I got to go back and get this other issue to know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. Spider-Man Howard the Duck is a K-Pops. Okay.
There's a Howard the Duck one too.
Oh.
I know. There's a what is it? They do The Thing for a while, and then after that they go to Spider-Man, where it's just Spider-Man and everybody else.
Marvel Team Up was Spider-Man.
Yeah, Marvel Team Up is the Spider-Man. So I don't think there's a Howard the Duck and somebody else, but Spider-Man.
There was a Spider-Man with Howard the Duck.
Yeah, there were some of those, right?
Yeah, that must have been Marvel Team Up then.
Yep.
I do want to get the one that's like, what is it, Marvel Team Up 14, where it's him in the black suit, because now people were saying for a while that was the first issue that had the black suit in it, and I was like, you know what?
142.
Yeah, I'm just going to get
143 with Daredevil.
I'm just going to get all those issues. That way, it doesn't matter which one people decide in the end is the one. I had Secret Wars 8, and I let it go. That's on my list of this year to re-get a new one. Matter of fact, that might happen when I get paid Thursday. Like I'm probably going to knock out one of those.
There you go.
Yeah, I had one in my collection. It was not a newsstand? It was Direct or whatever. Yeah, I had one of those, and I didn't care. It was there.
I traded away my high grade raw Secret Wars this year. So
no, I just had a guy posted on Instagram earlier that he had he's looking for a couple books, and I'm like, I got a couple of the Marvel Secret Wars, and then he's also looking for this book.
I was about to say, I seen someone, I think it was Paul in the 619, posted that he had a Secret Wars 8 for sale or something. I can't remember. I've seen that book through my feed here lately a couple times, and I'm just like, what's the deal with that book?
I managed to pick up a couple collections from friends that had Secret Wars runs in them. So at one point, I think I had 4 or 5 of them around, but they're drying up now.
Yep, I've got 252, and I've got 252. I need to get me another Secret Wars 8, but I'm gonna get what's the other? It's the Marvel Team Up. There's that one.
Team Up 143 and like Peter Parker 90.
Yeah. Well, the Peter
Peter
Parker
Parker.
book shouldn't be hard to get at all. Matter of
I'm
fact, I
missing
think
the
I might
team
already
up.
have that book.
Gentlemen, I gotta go. I gotta go cook.
All
I
right.
gotta go
Take
cook
care,
for dinner.
Naman.
So
Nice
Here,
meeting
have a
you.
good one, buddy.
nice
Thanks for the
meeting
book.
you, John. See
Take
Kyle.
care.
Is that your the record player you got?
Yep.
Cool.
Haven't even unboxed my Christmas present yet.
Cool. All right. You should unbox that on my video, my stream, dude.
I should do it tomorrow on the live I'm on, but I'm down here. I'm sitting amongst my records. I thought, well, what the hell? We do music with Ty. If he wants me to, I'll actually open my Christmas present properly.
Sounds
Go for it. Yeah,
I
you
gotta
I'm
can.
go.
appreciating that tubes
I'll catch it
poster.
on Rewind. I see you guys in the chat room. K-pop, Norman Rad,
I got all cozy and realized I don't have
Lady
a box.
Fantastic.
But hey, hold on, I gotta go grab the
Hey
box
guys.
behind me here. I'll be right back.
All right.
So, wait, I don't need no box knife. What the hell am I talking about? Since
Well, hey, you know,
was on this morning, Roscoe.
Gibbs rule number 9: always carry a knife.
Yeah, well, I had this with me because
There you go.
Roscoe talked about his little knife, and Simon, we were laughing with Spidey, and he's like, "That's not a knife." I was like, "All right, well,
That's a knife.
That's a knife. I need to get me another K-bar. I've had like 6 of them.
so this would probably be easier with an X-Acto knife, but you know what the hell." It's on here.
This blade still got some life in it, and it's not razor sharp because it ain't cutting me at all. But yeah, I need to get me another K-bar. I've had like 5 or 6 of them. They always end up breaking though. Even though if I want to get a cold steel one and pay for an actual good one. But I'm gonna be pissed if I pay for like $150 knife or $200 K-bar and it breaks.
Why the hell would you buy a knife that breaks?
Well, I mean, I'll buy knives, and you see K-bars. You can get K-bars like you go to like a flea market or something like that. You buy one for like I think I bought one for $20. It broke like in a year.
Well, that's about a $20 knife.
Yeah, and then I bought one that was $50, and then a few years later, I think I was moving and I dropped something on it, and the blade literally snapped in half. And I was like, I paid $50 for this one, and then I wanted to buy another one, like buy an actual expensive one, but I'm gonna be really pissed if I spend like $100, $150 to $200 on a K-bar and then it breaks from doing.
Well, you better buy a whole tang knife. At least a 3/4 tang.
Yeah,
There you go.
I know cold steel ones are supposed to be good, but
All right, is anything sticking here?
oh, these are in good shape too. Nice.
All right, I'm a little confused. There seems to be no tape connected anywhere, but this thing still ain't letting out.
I was about to say, you got to pull the tab out or
But
something.
it's not letting up on them is the problem.
Well, at least you know it packed well.
Yeah, it's just not letting up right here, and there's like no tape left. There we go. There was one tiny seam of tape, and it just wasn't. All right, well, here we go. Merry Christmas to me.
You guys think with all the jujitsu I've been taking, I wouldn't even use a knife at all. I just karate chop it and it comes open.
There you go. You got to do. Now I can put away my little toy.
Who made the one you got?
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
I don't even know. It's on here somewhere, but I don't even. It ain't a big name, but it ain't cheap. All right,
That's what she said.
we're gonna do this way.
Obligatory styrofoam.
Yeah, I didn't want nothing for this
Styrofoam
year.
for the sake of styrofoam.
I said I didn't want nothing this year except new pair of house slippers and a couple pair of warm socks. And then out of the blue, the biggest box down for the presents, I figured was one of the grandkids. And they put it in front of me. I'm like, why do I get a big box? Looks like an old-timey radio.
Nice.
It's a 6-in-1 record player, cassette player. I think it's got everything in it but an 8-track.
Man, I need a cassette player.
I was about to say the first record player I had was a Craig, and it had everything but a cassette player. You could hook it up to USB, had record player, had a CD player, had a radio built into it, but it didn't have a cassette player, I don't think.
They're saying cassettes are coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I buy them here and there.
There's a side feed cassette player.
Okay.
Obviously, the radio and stuff up front. Get the cords out the bottom of it. And yep, there's my record player.
That would probably be your needle in there. It does come with a mat, doesn't it?
Yep. I ain't gonna unwrap all this stuff yet because I can't play nothing live, but there's my record player.
Nice.
That kind of makes me want to play this.
I was just gonna say, what are you gonna play first?
Because I
There
had
we
to
go.
get people to the tubes yesterday because
Nice.
talking about the My Pet Roscoe and playing Don't Touch Me There, and they're like, play what? I was like, Don't Touch Me There by the tubes.
Oh, you know whose birthday's today? You know whose birthday's today?
Whose birthday?
Brody Dahl from the Distillers.
Uh,
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
and then the other thing I showed off with tonight, because we were talking about tubes, is I'm always showing off my swag. Here's my enormous tour poster with them.
Nice.
Signed by all of them. Stage shots with B. Like the jacket sitting on the floor right there, sitting in my library. There he is, dressed for White Punks on Dope. So
I met them all, but I didn't have anything for them to sign.
I got drunk.
Sometimes I literally buy like a record at like the merch table, literally just to have something for a band to sign, which is great for me because A, I get a record, B, it gets signed. So.
Yeah. I did that a lot, but I didn't know they were coming out after the show.
I got pics from all of them. I got costume changes from Fee. I got drumsticks from Prairie Prince. So, but I ended up hanging out with them all damn night. So
that's cool.
Awesome.
Well, there's my open present for the surprise. Now I need a cigarette. My wife will be happy to see that opened up. So, yeah, rock and roll story. That's one of my favorite rock and roll stories ever. Is they played a place in Indianapolis called the 8 Second Saloon, which claims to fame is when my cousin Tim McGraw was up and coming. He played there a lot. So, excuse me while I drop a name. But
you break your nose?
No. Breathe right, man. You saw how I could fold my nose over sideways.
Yeah.
I need to breathe right.
I heard some people say they don't work. What's up, Callie?
But yeah, somebody booked the tubes into this honky tonk called 8 Second Saloon. It was literally a honky tonk. And like half the crowd were loving the tubes were there, and the other half were just tobacco chewing women rednecks. And they put on that show, and you could have heard a pin drop in the back of the venue.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is this? And Fee's doing costume changes. Then he came out as Quaalude, and the front of the house went nuts, and the back ran out. He came out in 18-inch platform shoes, dragged out.
I was about to say, I did shows where I had my cowboy boots on, and I don't know to this day how people came out in anything like Kiss and stuff, how they walked around in platforms. I do not know how they did that. Like it just seems impossible. I mean,
Feed,
maybe
feed does Quaalude in 18-inch heels.
Yeah,
I couldn't
huge.
imagine. Or like you see all these like women pop stars and they're on stage and they're like dancing in heels, and I'm like, how are you not dead? Or like face first on the stage, like even in cowboy boots sometimes, and I wear boots all the time. Even in
he only does one song. I mean, he does it basically a costume change per song, or per one of them. He does a costume change, but it's pure performance art. But Fee's been doing that for over 40 years. He's been doing play for over 40 years. He can walk in those damn things backwards.
How did you ever get to see the Dolls, New York Dolls play?
The Dolls together? Not me, no.
Okay.
I saw Johansson, but I never saw the Dolls.
Oh my God, I would have loved to have seen the Dolls. I heard they were a train wreck and it was great.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's common consensus. The Dolls were a train wreck.
They were a train wreck. Train wreck as a group. They were a train wreck. That's honestly to me sometimes what makes a show good is that you see these people on stage. They're all like whacked out of their minds. They're barely like hanging on, and yet they're still playing. It may not sound the best, but they're still up there doing it, and it's not far off from what you think or what it's supposed to sound like. And I'm just like, how are you doing that? That's just like I'd love to have seen Gigi Allen just to stand at the back and be like, yeah, I'm not getting up there.
Get shit on you if you just.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I'll be at the back.
He'd run to the back and wipe his shit on you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I definitely would rather talk to Tubes and Happy Stories than like when you opened up. Every time somebody talks about STP, it's like one of my last major gigs was trying to help keep Scott clean. And he was here watching him get burned on a heroin deal, keeping him clean for the night, but then him dying 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
I think that was really funny because were you on tour with him when he was doing that?
No, I was a chaperone here in Indianapolis.
You were just in your area.
I was just running my thing and into him. And
I saw him about 2 weeks. I saw him about 2 weeks before he passed away. And I seen him live. And I was just like, I was thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute. Was Kyle backstage while I was out front watching? Like,
no, I didn't leave Indianapolis for wrestling.
Okay.
I was just a chaperone there. No, the last time I was down in your neck of the woods with a band, I was with Baco, Virginia Coalition, and they might be and a couple other ones like that. But I didn't do East Coast swings unless I had some downtime, which was rare.
Okay.
And
we had a band. There's a band called Grief. They're a doom band, and they came and played a festival that I helped run down here. And they said on stage, they were like, well, we're definitely more popular than we were the last time we came here, because the last time we played was in Charleston, and there was 6 people at the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we come back 20 years later and there's like 200-300 people. And it's
I would rather go to a bar show 100 out of 100 times than ever go to a large show.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be at a bar show.
Well, we threw this in the parking lot of a brewery. Like the first night was at a venue, but it was a small venue. So that was packed and that was great. But then the second night was at in the parking lot of a brewery, and like the guys built a stage. Like I didn't even know there was any of this involved. I figured we'd be playing ground level to everybody, and we would just have you just know people, try to wrangle people and keep them off out of the way of the band. But like the guys had built like a
flatbed.
Yeah. The guys had built like a stage, so there was an actual stage and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, like I feel like I didn't do anything because I didn't help y'all build anything. And yeah, it was in the parking lot of a brewery, but everybody loved it. Everybody had a great time.
It's like the shoot I did with Johnny Rabb last month. There might have been 30 people in that for the shoot up front, but I had ready access to everything. Could just sit down and shoot the shit with them and just give me that all day long. I didn't have to shuffle anybody out the door. I could just goof off and hang out with my friends. I'd much rather enjoy that than venue shit and stupid kids on my feet. Because I've been a get off my lawn guy for like 40 years. because I was the buffer between the bands and the crowds. And like Kings of Leon offered me, excuse me, $10,000 for 4 days work up at Party in the Park, whatever they call that in Chicago. That turned into a Lollapalooza type thing. They offered me $2,500 a night to bend back 100,000 fucking people, and I'm like, no, just no. You know, I'm not here for the money, but just no. You know, I'll take you around town. We can go bar hopping and gooping off.
Tricky.
But that's why Caleb loves me so much, because I won't take chunks of money from him to do shit I don't want to do. And
yeah, there's a club in Charlotte. There's a club in Charlotte called the Milestone, and we played there one time. It's been a million different clubs. It's been around since like the 60s. James Brown played there. Hendrix played there. Nirvana played there in the 90s. You know, it's like this little, but now it's called the Milestone. And we went to go play there. Everything's wood. The bar's wood. The walls are all wood. They're all covered in like graffiti. And like, there's like the Bad Brains played there, and somebody did a huge Bad Brains logo on like the wall and stuff like that with spray paint. And like, this place has been around for forever. And that was probably one of the best sounding venues that we have ever played. And it wasn't because, you know, they had a top-notch sound system. It was just the way, I think it was the way that the sound bounced off the wood. Either that or over the years that wood had been tempered from just being hit with sound waves over the years from everybody. And it was really fun because it had an aura about it. Like when you start looking up bands that had played there over the years, I was like, dude, James Brown was on this stage. This stage is not big.
It's like the Abbey in Chicago. That's a fantastic place. The Abbey in Chicago. We got the Vogue here as a smaller one, but I'm not a big fan of the Vogue, even though I worked a lot of shows there. But we had another one right down around the way. Jesus, I'm done forgetting the name of my own places. But I saw the Chili Peppers in a place that didn't hold 150 people.
What's up, Louie?
So when they were up and coming.
I was about to say, I looked up bands that like literally played in like the Milestone when it wasn't called the Milestone. And the list is endless. It could be anything from bands that like, you know, there's a band called Sleep that's big now, but when they first came out, they were like a niche thing that are huge. They played there. Nirvana played there. Foo Fighters played there. Like all these bands that that did smaller stuff, their first like go rounds before they became big. All these bands have ended up playing at this little place. So I was like, this is great.
Yeah. I saw Prince in one of those here in Indianapolis, but he did one of those. Put after shows on purpose.
Mm-hmm. A place called the Vogue in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Vogue's still there. Birdie's is still here. White River Park turned into TCU. Yeah, Indianapolis is hopping when it wants to be, but then it just dies. There becomes no nightlife because it's a shitty little town. So
Providence and Boston have a good music scene because there's so many colleges.
Yeah.
So we've got nice, we got big clubs, we got small clubs. It's kind of nice. They Might Be Giants played Friday night, and if I wouldn't have been so tired, I would have probably went to that show.
Yeah.
But
my buddy Brendan Hoffman, the tour manager. So
I know a bunch of guys from Boston. We played a couple times with a band called Black Mass. There's a band called Replicaire we played with from there. Grief. Some of the guys from Grief are there. There.
Black Mass.
For some reason, us and Boston guys. I don't know if it was because I was a Red Sox fan, or I'm a Red Sox fan, or if it was just I don't know. For some reason, bands from Boston would hit us up and be like, "Hey, we're coming through on tour. Do you think you can help us out with something?" And I would either get something set up or
you're on the 95 leg, man. You're on the 95 leg of the tour. Everybody wants to hit you on the 95.
Yeah, that's it.
Leg
just up and down 95.
Yeah. So like we ended up like ended up playing with a whole bunch of bands from Boston, and it was great because like I mean all these guys were like super nice. Who else? Coffin Birth, they're from Boston. Ended up playing with them, and they literally, I think what happened was the first band that we played with, when they got done with the tour, they came back and they were talking to the other bands in that area, and they were like, "Hey, we're planning on doing like a tour and hitting these areas up." And I literally think they would be like, "Hey, check this band out. We played with them when we were down there. They're really cool guys. They gave us a place to crash. They got, they fed us. They got let us use the shower. Check them out." And then they would hit me up, and then they would come back and be like, "Check these guys out. They were really cool when we were down there." And I think that's literally what it is, because I just kept getting hit up by a Boston band. And
that
I was
word of mouth travels so fast.
What are you doing?
If you're good people, that word of mouth fast. So you a Big Day might be Giants fan.
I don't want to say I'm a big fan. I've been a fan since the beginning. I've seen them a couple times. I enjoy their music.
If you're bored, I can go get some art that John Flansburgh did for me at a gig, and
that's very cool.
Show you some shit where we were dicking around. But
no, I'm a big. I mean, Tyler knows I'm a big music fan, but my musical tastes bounce all over the place. I grew up outside of Pittsburgh and went in the Navy, so I was stationed in Southern Cal when the Chili Peppers and Metallica and all those guys were playing small clubs.
Navy Pogue. You ever catch any of those guys at USO shows? When they'd pay them good money. They'd pay them $500 a gig. I saw Tesla up and coming. Did a USO burger bar show in Okinawa for 3 of us before they were on their major tour. But
all right, so if you were in Okinawa, did you do any time in Pearl Harbor?
No, I was a Marine. I wasn't Navy. Marine. That's why I call you.
No, Navy. Yeah, but we get Marines too. I mean,
yeah.
But there was a really cool bar in Pearl Harbor or in Honolulu called the Wave.
Yeah, I said no to being stationed at Kaneohe Bay. I said no to being stationed there because I was like, I don't want to go to Hawaii where I'm stationed. I want to go to war, and I did. So, because I'm a dumbass, I said, give me North Carolina. I said no to being stationed in Kaneohe Bay, Okinawa, Camp Pendleton in California, just so I could go to Carolina and be in a forward deployed unit, and I got what I asked for. Still went to pretty much all of it. I didn't go to.
Wait, South Carolina or North Carolina?
North Carolina, Jacksonville, 17 miles out of Wilmington.
I was about to say, because you were a Marine, weren't you?
Yeah, I
figured you had been to Paris.
I could walk to South Carolina. No, but see, I hitchhiked across the country to Phoenix when I enlisted. So I was a West Coast Marine, even though from Indiana. I was supposed to go to Paris Island. But I was a courtesy ship out of Indianapolis because when I enlisted in Phoenix. So pissed off the guys back here in Indy because they had to do the paperwork for me to ship me out to California. Because that's the way
smaller places are where it's at. There's a place here called the Radio Room and Ground Zero in Spartanburg. And yeah, both those places are places that I'd rather go see bands there than go see, like, I can go to Charlotte and see bands and at like places in Charlotte and stuff like that, but it just seems too big. Like Ground Zero. Ground Zero.
You want me to go grab one of my swag boxes, or are you just done with me showing shit off?
I was about to say I'm probably about to shut her down because I mean
we're running about an hour, right?
Yeah, we're about an hour in, and
yeah, Kyle, I'll jump on here one of these nights when we're bullshitting music. I'll be into that.
Okay. Just remind me. I'll dig up Landsberg art. I need to frame it up. I need to frame up
what I music stream one day. So. we're about done, Matt. You showed up and we're leaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can do a music. You know what? I might set up a
music. I need to take this shit out of there. I mean, now I got to take all that shit out there on top of my fridge. All that's music swag and cassettes, and that's art and
what's up, sir?
Swag. So now I got to take all that shit out. So most of my swag just sits in boxes anymore. So,
Comics,
man,
by
now we
the
get
way. That is now your new name, Matt. Comics, by the way. It's official. Comics, by the way. Oh, that's so good. Comics, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody swinging by, hanging out. We'll see everybody later. Don't know if there'll be one next week. It'll probably be 2 more weeks. But then, you know what? Since we're talking about it, I might set up a stream next week and we just do music stuff. We just show music swag, stuff we've got signed. I got pics. I got all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we'll do that. Well, I'll set up one next week and we'll do music stuff.
All right.
All right.
All right. See everybody
Take
later.
care,
Bye,
guys.
Bobby.
Nice meeting you, Kyle.
Hey, see you guys later.
Take care.